Emre had a Sufi master, Tabduk Emre, and once when Yunus was out, he had a dream that this man comes to him and calls him Sheikh. Tabduk Emre is called the Sheikh, but he calls Yunus Sheikh and says, Sheikh, Sheikh, I need a favor. So Yunus says, what do you need? So he says that, I have a son with incurable illness, and I've gone to every doctor on earth, every sheikh on earth, whoever I could reach, and asked for their prayers, but my son remains sick. Please, I want you to pray for my son. So Yunus says that I will do your bidding. I don't know if my prayer will be accepted or not, but I will pray with all my heart. And he prays. And the man says that in exchange for your prayer, I have a scrawny horse. I want to give it to you. So Yunus says, please, please, that's not necessary. So he goes back to the Sufi lodge and he tells Tabduk Emre that, Sheikh, this is the dream I had. I saw myself praying for this man. What does it all mean? So Tabduk Emre says, how do you know it was you praying for the man and not me? The horse belongs to me. Please go to this village. The man told you in the dream which village he was in and get me my horse. So Yunus is quite zapped. He's just seen a man in a dream and his master is telling him to locate him in a village and tell him to give, but he never questioned his master. So he went to the village and he asked around, I'm looking for a man, I don't know his name, but he has a mole on his face and he has a son who's very sick. So the villager says, yes, I know this fellow, and they brought that man. So Yunus says, I'm from Nalihan, that's a place, from Tabduk Emre's lodge. So the man teared up and said, I can sacrifice my life for the sheikh, because the sheikh was passing my village and I asked him to pray for my son, and the next day my son recovered. So Yunus said, so that oneness, the million-bodied one, the sheikh is asking him, how do you know you prayed for him and I didn't? And then Yunus says the sheikh wants the horse. So the man says, happily, I'll get the horse ready. You take, and it was a very emaciated, ill horse. And when he brings it to Tabduk Emre, Tabduk says that, oh, you brought me my horse. And Emre was quite blind by then. He couldn't see. He was an elderly man. But he asks Yunus, does the horse have any injuries? Yunus hadn't noticed, but when he looked, he had thorns piercing and he was bleeding in several places. So Tabduk Emre was so one with the horse also that he had designed this whole thing to bring the horse to the lodge so that it could be looked after and healed. And the narrator says that our sheikh performed many miracles like this. But whenever we spoke to him about it, he said, this is not a miracle. The real miracle is love.